Wednesday morning, quarter after 10 thereabouts, and it is snowing. The forecast has changed. The latest one I have seen is for 2 to 4 inches. This just changed to snow in the last hour. It had been rain, sleet, maybe a little bit of freezing rain in it, so it has just changed to snow, as I said, within the last hour or so. So we have got our first load of salt headed out to start putting some salt down. As you can see, the farmer's daughter is with me, reading the local newspaper, catching up on yesterday's events. She already knows what happened yesterday since she was there. And as you can see, she is very distraught this morning, looking for that safe space. Yeah, right.
My daddy.
So let me give you an update on yesterday's events after getting the update from my daughter over dinner last night. This part will not come out only because the tragedy did not turn out as bad as it could have been. So I was informed by my daughter that she arrived at school right after the shooting happened. So she was on her way into school as kids were running out of school, and she heard some of them say there has been a shooting inside. And so these kids heard somebody else say it, they heard gunshots, not quite sure. So all of the kids are running out, or not all of them, but a lot of them are running out of the school. So she's assessing the situation, wondering, okay, what does she do? Is this a hoax? Is it real? Does she get back in her car and go home? But she decides, because of the way she has been raised, especially by her mother, whose favorite saying is, "Suck it up, buttercup," that, you know, she should probably go to school and not get in trouble with her parents. But that's not the worst of it. Apparently the principal was outside. The principal did not know what was going on yet. So he told all of the kids to go back in school. Looking back on that now, and what could have been taking place in that school, that was a huge mistake in my opinion. I wasn't there. I'm just relaying the information from my daughter and what she saw and how this went down. But oh my God, if the shooter had not already been contained, and the principal is ordering the kids to go back in school with an active shooter, oh, that could have been horrible. But that just goes to show you how quickly things were taking place, and nobody not knowing, and especially the principal not exactly knowing what is going on. So anyhow, my daughter goes back in school with all the other kids. She says as she goes in school, she sees the food thrown about the hall that people had just gotten breakfast, I guess, when this was going down, and so they just threw everything and ran out. So still not knowing exactly what the true story is. She's been told by the principal to go to class, to go to her regular classroom to start the school day. So she could not get to her class via one way that she normally goes, so starts heading another way, and at that point I guess people realize, oh, something is going on. So she is herded into the library with a couple other 100 students or so, and then within 30 minutes word starts getting out. They're told to hide, go down the rows of bookcases in the library, blah blah blah. She was with her friend whose father is a cop, one of my best friends as well. So he was able to contact his son, make sure he was okay. So she had a little bit of communication from authorities at that point through her friend and his father, who is a local deputy. But man, that was a recipe for disaster, in my opinion. But it turned out well. So anyhow, as you can see, she's very distraught over all of this. All is good here. We are headed down to start spreading salt on the roads. No tractors called out at this point. My guess is we will not take any tractors out today. We will only be putting salt down. Now, as I've gotten further south, it is snowing, but the snow is not accumulating yet on the ground. So we are about 15 miles south of where we got the salt. There was probably an inch of snow on the ground up at the County Public Works Department where we picked up the salt, but as you can see, there is no snow accumulation here on the ground as of yet. 32 degrees, so it will start accumulating here soon. Stay tuned, we'll try to keep you up to date on this.
Parents and guardians, there has been a tragic shooting at Great Mills High School. The St. Mary's County Sheriff is on the scene and the event is contained. The school and surrounding area is on lockdown, and we ask that you do not come to the school at this time. Students from Great Mills High School will be transported to a reunification center, and parents and guardians from students from Great Mills High School should report to the Leonardtown High School auditorium for reunification. Thank you. More details will follow. Please follow smcps.org for more information.
So the temperature has dropped to about 30 degrees. The snow is now sticking here in the southern part of the county where we are putting salt down on the roads. It is starting to accumulate a little bit on the roads here. So I have a driver today, which means I can get a little bit of drone footage for you. You know, it's hard to drive, spread salt, and operate a drone. So the farmer's daughter is going to do a little bit of driving, and I will get a little bit of drone footage. Hopefully I don't crash into any trees today. Visibility is a little bit tougher in the snow, but I'm going to give it a shot here and see. It's not going to be a lot of excitement since we don't have the plows down, not yet anyway. We're just spreading salt, so you're just going to see the truck and going down the road is about it. All right, stay tuned. Oh man, we got a load on here this time.
It's kind of windy.
It is. 1 o'clock and it is still snowing in southern Maryland. We've just got our second load of salt, headed back to put more salt down. We may have to put the plow down on this next go round here because the snow is starting to accumulate in the southern part. Here where we are now, which is at Chick-fil-A, we had to make a pit stop for Angela. Chick-fil-A. Oh, here comes Z's Lawn Care. Stay tuned, I'll give you more. Alright, I'm back. Z's Lawn Care checking in to see if I was going to need him today to plow snow. It doesn't look like it, but I told him to stay near the phone. Farmer's daughter is happy now. She's got something to eat. She's got Chick-fil-A. So, life is good again. So, we're going to head back to work here and get her done. Another snow update for you. It is about 4 o'clock. We're still on our second load of salt, just going down all of the side roads, checking them out, putting salt down where we need to, putting the plow down where we need to, and plowing. But there's very little on the roads themselves. We've got maybe an inch or two in our area here in the southern part of St. Mary's County. Still snowing, and so we're just going to keep doing what we are doing. Not a lot of action going on because it's not a lot of snow. To the north of us, about 20 to 30 minutes, we're hearing 4 to 6 inches up there, but down here it's just not that bad. So this may be all that you get from me today. Okay, we just got the call from the county highway department that we are being let go at 7 o'clock this evening. So we are finishing up here, getting the rest of our salt out, doing some spot checks on our road on places we know that are bad, and putting the plow down. But it's been an easy day. I just measured 3 inches at my house. My friend in Ridge, who is an official weather watcher, he measured 2.5 inches, so I think that will be the official measurement for Ridge. And I've heard reports of 3 inches in Leonardtown, 4 inches in Hollywood. So this ended up kind of being a bummer storm, where they were talking about 6 to 12 inches yesterday, and we've ended up with 2 to 4 inches basically. But the part of that, it's still snowing a little bit, but not a lot of accumulation. But part of the reason for the accumulation not being greater is the temperature. The temperature has been hanging right around 33, 34 degrees. So that has kept the accumulations down. But it's been an easy day. No issues whatsoever. Easy money today. We didn't have to work too hard for it, so life is good. Alright, that is all for now. We will be home in another 15 minutes to kick our feet up, and I'm going to have a glass of wine, I believe. Maybe two. Alright.